Is there really such a thing as a self-made millionaire or billionaire or self-made entrepreneur? If you believe IRS statistics, then something like 8 out of every 10 people who have $1 million of net worth or $1 billion of net worth or more are self-made, first-generation wealth creators. So they did not inherit a substantial sum of money. They did not typically inherit their business. But I'll give a caveat to this, because I will agree with those. I think there's a pervasive notion that the self-made individualist entrepreneur is not a reality amongst a large portion of the population. And I agree with them to an extent. For example, and this is probably common with most people who become successful entrepreneurs, or just wealthy individuals by working for another person and investing or whatever the case may be, that had the kind of support that I had. So I grew up in a household with a mother and a father that and grandparents and aunts and uncles and a huge support system that loved me, supported me. Did not have a lot of money. I did not inherit any money, but I certainly wasn't worried about where my next meal was coming from, or whether or not I was going to have a roof over my head. And if my parents were ever worried about that, it was never indicated to me. That they also gave me a great education. I was in the public education system, but my mom was a teacher and a social worker, and between her and my dad, I was taught more than I think most kids were probably taught, just going through the normal school system. Also, my dad was a golf pro at a country club, so I got an amazing informal entrepreneurial and investing education from dozens of highly successful entrepreneurs, investors, people who had just been built amazing lives for themselves and their families at Crestwood Country Club in Pittsburgh, Kansas. And so without all of that, there's absolutely no way that I could be where I am right now. Without all the employees that I've had and agents that have chose to work with me over the years, there's no way I could have accomplished any of the things that I have. And I would imagine that that's the case for 9 out of 10 of those 8 out of 10 who are self-made entrepreneurs. And so while the statistics would indicate that 8 out of 10 or more people who become financially successful are self-made, first generation, I would say that 7 or 8 out of 10 of those didn't do it anything near by themselves. So I would say no such thing as a self-made millionaire. But the first generation thing is obviously fact based on IRS statistics. I suppose if somebody had, a terrible upbringing, no family, no support, no education, and they were to accomplish that, they would have a better argument for it than those that don't. But I would imagine even they had someone or a few people who gave them enough, gave them what they needed, helped them enough that they were able to accomplish it together.